Hello there guys, it's Tev1990 here and welcome back to another Train Sim World video. We are on the Pennine route and just recently there was a new update released. It was the BR Heavy Freight Pack, which added 2 new locos and new wagons and some new scenarios and services to the Pennine route itself. So in today's video we are going to do the Class 40 introduction. I'm not going to do a video for the Class 8 because we've already done an introduction to the Class 8 on the West Somerset Railway. So I will come back at some point later on and do that off, do that off camera kind of thing. Just so that I can get all the experience points and all the rest of it. So without further ado, we shall jump straight in with the Class 40. This is one of the brand new locos that have been introduced onto this route, and by the sounds of it there are quite a few other things that we can now do. We can fuel up the diesels from the fuel filling station, and I did actually have a go at this earlier on my other profile, and I noticed now that when they start off they toot the horns. That made it a bit more realistic.
Welcome to this Class 40 diesel electric locomotive in BR Corporate Blue livery. This brief introduction will go through the start and stop procedures. Before getting started, some of the controls must be set in the rear cab, so head over and climb aboard.
Right, so we shall head over to the rear cab. Let's just have a look at this. Oh, it looks very nice. Oh.
The locomotive tail lights need to be turned on for safety.
There we go.
Everything's now set in the rear cab, so head to the front cab and continue preparations.
So she'll open the door, climb up steps.
This locomotive is pulling vacuum braked 12-ton vans. The brake selector switch needs to match this or the brakes will not release.
So we need to set the brake system selector to vacuum brake goods.
To get the locomotive started, set the battery isolation switch.
That's normal. There we go.
A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat.
I want some cab lights if I can. There we go.
Now, before the engine is running, the master switch needs to be set.
So
the reverser is used
quick
to set
controls.
This locomotive features one engine which needs to be started.
Okay. So I just had to check something right, so we shall start. There we go.
The locomotive brake will safely keep the locomotive stationary. The reverser is used to set the direction of travel. To allow the brakes to charge, we need to release the brakes from the shutdown position. The main reservoir will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials.
Which we are doing.
Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational. The locomotive brake is holding the train, so the rest of the brakes can be released.
So we shall release this handbrake. There we go.
Increase the throttle to stop the locomotive from rolling back when the brakes are released. Like the other brakes earlier, release the loco brake.
In theory we should be then underway.
Use the throttle to reach 15 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Do not apply too much power too quickly.
Put a bit more throttle and take it to 20%. get an outside view if we can. Oh yes. Very good. Right, I'm back inside. Right now, just over 9.5 miles an hour. 10. 11. So we've got to go up to 15 miles an hour and then we should get to our next objective. Let's increase the throttle a bit more just to get us to that magic 15.
Coasting is a method used on flat gradients to efficiently maintain a constant speed and reduce engine stress and maintenance requirements. There's a short distance between here and the next stop, so be sure to manage the train and prevent overspeeding.
Yeah, so like I said, this is the new one of the new DLCs. There's another one released not too recently or not too long ago either even. That was the Tees Valley line, which I'm currently going through and recording. So I should be going through all the rest of these and doing exactly the same thing. So, excuse me. So this month we've had, or the past 2 months.
Mainline junction is ahead. Start applying a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop before the junction.
Okay, so yeah, the past 2 months we've had a good couple of DLCs for Train Sim World that have all been set in the UK. Excuse me, which I'm quite pleased about. I like the ones that are set in the UK. They're the ones I prefer to do. So, okay, we're nearly there, so I think I can put a bit more brake on. Lovely.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive.
So there we go then, guys. That is literally that tutorial done. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall catch you when we get into the scenarios. So, see you next time.